It is a dark episode for August the 18th, 2023, and I can get grumpy. And I think I get grumpy when I feel like things are out of control and I should control them. And this is in a professional setting that I'm feeling this at the moment. And I think I need to get a grip. Or maybe I need to let it go a little bit. A little bit of both. Um, we've got there's dealing with the resident, which I'm not going to go into any details of that resident, but I probably disagree with fellow staff over exactly how much boundaries or what that should be given with this resident. Now, a part of this is the resident doesn't have a lot of personal boundaries of their own. There's a lot of touching. And I know personally, my own stuff, I have a lot of trouble with that. It's like, why are you touching me? Stop fucking touching me. Kind of that just visceral reaction. So there is that. Um, and some of this comes from kind of being, he is hard of hearing probably more than he is that he's not deaf, but he's hard of hearing. So there's a lot of like tap tap. I'm kind of visual information or lip reading things going on there. So there's a part of there I need to fucking get a grip on that myself and understand. Okay, that's a part of his communication thing. Now there's other stuff. There's a lot of kind of him attention seeking and things like that where I am basically refusing to engage with in the sense of I don't want to, that's not going to work for me. We're going to need to get a relationship that's a little bit, a little less, something other than that. Now, he's got his own kind of patois, his own thing, but, and there's also energy levels of like, I get there and he's kind of highly revved up. He's like super like, woo, excited. And I I have to kind of separate how much that is him, and he's got a certain energy level, and how I'm going to deal with that, how I'm going to be comfortable with that, and not be an asshole and resentful for it because that's just who he is. Um, how much of that I'm going to have to accept is other people's other people's how they how they interact with him, how they encourage that, and that okay, we need to do a transition into a different shift, into dealing with me, into we're cooling down for the day, we're relaxing, we're trying to fit into the general vibe that I think the house is actually trying to go for it, even and that I try and foster and encourage in the house. So yeah, yeah. But I think I do really need to be my control freak nature needs to be also I need to think about that and that I do have that and that the success that I've had in the house is when I don't try and control things. I let things play out and you react and you shape and you make sure that everyone is safe. You try and make sure that there's a calm, welcoming, friendly environment. Because being a control freak is not being friendly. That's being an asshole to another human being. So, yeah, yeah, which is to say, the resident is not the problem. It is, I need to adjust. I need to take a breath and, adapt. And I've done that before and I'll do that again. But I do have a little bit of I do have a kind of a control freak tendency that I need to be aware of and acknowledge and take a breath and say, hey, let's 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 be let's make a happy household for this resident and for all the other residents in the house. And the more I could do that, the more I could be a good good professional carer, um, somebody who's there to help people, not to control people. You know, not there to control people. I'm not there to say what they can or cannot do. I'm there to kind of foster good good environment and a happy home. And that's really what I'm most proud of, is making a happy home for residents. And we had another resident had family come in, and they were just like kind of happy about the kind of quality of life, and that this other person was, you know, getting to do what they wanted to do and wasn't being used or bossed around, or it just wasn't like, you know. All right, I'm going to stop there as the dogs careen around the backyard. More videos later.